Hey, Shari. I apologize for my tardiness. Just needed to use the restroom before I hopped on. And then, of course, depending on how many people show up, will determine on whether or not I have a prize to give away for my live. But um, we will definitely do a giveaway for the replay um, as I get my gloves on. Hey, Kim. Hey, Janice. And I have some new molds to play with today. And then, of course, we will unmold what I worked on the last time. And then let me just do something really quick here. Um, and let's see. So, first off, and I did not grab my white. Where is my white? Let's see. What do I want to use as my white? We'll use that. I like the fact that on the bottle, so I got these, I've been picking up some um, different white pigments to try out with the effects that I want to work on. And so I bought a couple that were from the brand called Octopus Fluids. And so one is called, the name is Inoki. And then there's this one that's called Pom Pom. And I'm like, well, how do I know which is which? And, because it, it depends. It really, like what you're trying to do or whatever. So, but the nice thing is so this one, it says is the enoki, and on the label it actually says on there, it says strong effect, and then pom pom, it says light effect. So I'm gonna try the strong effect first, and this is the same brand that I used for my my alcohol inks that I did in my last pour. We're not going to use it for this one, but I wanted to try it to see if I can achieve something. What, I don't know yet. But I do have my paper towels, I have my scissors, and I have my piping bag. And let me actually get the, and I'm only planning on pouring one mold because the mold that I have, depending on which one I decide to use, is on the larger side because I have gotten in a couple of molds. It will take up more room on my craft table, and I don't want it. I don't want to crowd everything too much, and then risk spilling resin everywhere, because that would obviously be a very bad thing. So I just chopped off a little bit of the top of my piping bag so that it's easier to work with. And then I'm going to put it in a cup so that when it comes time for me to pour the white part in to the piping bag, it's easier to pour in. So I put it in here. Now I need to get a popsicle stick or two. And we're gonna mix up. So I'll help you guys to help me pick after I've gotten my resin mixed. So I've got a total of 6 ounces of resin poured out that I'm going to be mixing up here. So I'm just gonna stir it away until it's all mixed thoroughly. I am so tired today. Um, I didn't sleep well last night, so I tried to get in a quick nap prior to the live, um, which I think it just made me feel more exhausted. So I will, but I'm here because I was excited to try out my new molds and then also to try out the new pigments and stuff that I got. So, and then I also got some new alcohol inks, and it's just some like off brand. So, um, which, from what I've understood, sometimes can be a good thing depending on what kind of effect you are trying to get. So, and as soon as I got this mixed up, I will show you the two molds that I'm trying to decide between. Because I have some other ones that I got that are bigger, but I wanted to start with these first. And then we'll unmold the three previously poured items and see how they came out. There's that one oval shaped one, the big one that I'm excited to see with the dots that I piped out. I'm excited to see how that turned out. I think that's the one that I'm most excited to see. Um, and I haven't opened my alcohol inks yet, but I've got my pin and we'll open that when it comes time. And I learned that trick with opening the bottles from some other resin artists rather than struggle with scissors and the ink going everywhere. Because for whatever reason, it gets packed in these bottles, and then it must just be when I don't know if it's during shipment or during like the packing of the alcohol inks in the bottles themselves that when you um clip the top off, it sprays the ink everywhere. Whereas if you use a push pin or a thumbtack and poke a hole in the top of the opening, the spatter isn't quite so bad. Um, and then I also got this new filming stand that I guess is like an AI face tracking stand. I didn't spend a bunch of money on it, so I got to charge it, but um, that will be used for pre-recorded videos. I have a mystery box that actually just arrived today that I will be filming an unboxing for. So you guys have that to look forward to. So I have that mystery box and then another. Um, it's just a mystery Hank or Hanks, I don't remember, that I have ordered from another hand dyeing business, and I've ordered from her before, and so I am anxious to see what she has sent me. They are, Janice, they are really fun to work with because when you put the ink down um, on the your resin, they just do their own thing. And that's the part I like about it, that you might have this like really perfect idea in your head about how you want it to turn out. And the inks will just do whatever it wants. I think of alcohol inks more as like a throw the ink on, a piece of canvas, and then um the paint will land where it may and make whatever sort of pattern it wants to. And that's what I like about alcohol inks is that I will put it I'll put the resin down and I'll put the alcohol inks where in some general area of where I would like it to be, and then it will spread in whatever way it wants to, and I'm fine with that. I might move it in a specific direction with the like silicone sticks that I have. But I'm never upset really with any sort of um way it turns out. So, all right, so I've got this all mixed up. I will show you the two molds that I've got. And so I have got, um, this is I think this is the smaller medium hibiscus tray. This one is the larger version um, of this. So this is a coaster and this is a tray. So I'm hoping that the 6 ounces that I mixed will be enough um, for either one of these. So I've got this one, and then I don't remember. I think this one was like a lily tray. So these are the two that I'm trying to decide between. So which do you guys think would you guys like to see me pour first? The hibiscus or I think this is the lily. You guys tell me and then I will pour first. And then we will unmold the three. Okay, so this one. So I will put the other one away. All right, now, well, let's unmold everything that I poured the last time. So this one is the brown with the live edge, and this had the orange and the yellow, and I believe this one was the quote unquote lace effect. So I'm gonna unmold this one. This one I know I think it holds about 4 ounces of resin. So this I've got to get better at, and I think the way I will get better at it is one, obviously practice, and two is using a piping bag. So I like the way the colors came out. It reminds me of hey Sally. It reminds me of the sun and the clouds. Yay, yes. Um, so I am not mad with how this came out. All right, next. This one is the small oval tray, and this one had greens and yellows in it, and then I used some white alcohol ink. Um, so we'll see how this came out. And this reminds me of the ocean. And again, I with alcohol inks, I just kind of go with the flow. And that's how I feel about this. I go with the flow. This reminds me of the ocean, or I think um, somebody said it reminds me of like looking at the earth, like from space. But yeah, this I really like as well. And then this is the one I think everybody's waiting for. This has the dots with the pink in it. So what I did the other day was I mixed up some about 2 ounces of resin with some black mica and then some violet colored interference powder. So how interference powder works is that when you mix it with um, a dark color or like black resin or dark blue resin or however you want to, get it in there, whether it's adding a color, because they do have where the resin comes in a two-part and one part is black, so you end up with black resin. And then you add the interference powder, and so if you add it with dark color, you will see the actual color of the interference, so which is violet. I have green, I think I have blue, or turquoise, and I think another color. Or you can choose to mix it in with clear or white, and you'll get more of an iridescent color. So that is, oh, that is so pretty. That's how it came out. I really like how that came out. It really does look like fireworks. This is my best one yet. I'm really, really happy with that. I like how it's like, a little bit of darker color pink here or fuchsia. And then you got the spots of white here and there. Love it. Yeah, I love the way it came out. So you can see it there, and then I'll hold it up to the other camera here so you can see it up closer. So yeah. And then you can, I don't know if you can see on this side what it looks like. It's definitely very, very pretty. And I would maybe use my deburring tool and clean up the edge a little bit. And because there's like maybe one or two spots that needs a little bit of cleanup, but otherwise, this came out perfect. Um, there's maybe one bubble, yeah, like one or two bubbles, but that's easily fixed. Uh, yeah, I like really, really like the way this came out. It's definitely my favorite one too. So I am really happy about that. Amazing. And you can kind of see the background there. This would make a great tray for crochet hooks or what else? You can put your change in here if you want. Um, is it big enough to hold a cup? Let me see. We'll put this cup here. Yep, big enough to put a cup in here, or a couple of cups. So yeah, I love it. This one is a definite keeper. I so love the way this came out. I'm so happy with this. It is. It's a very much of a 3D effect. Some of the pieces that I have had that I've had really good success with, I've thought about giving away. I don't know if anybody interested. It's either that or I may just smash them to bits and then put them into other resin pieces. But I like this one. This one's definitely one of my favorites. If there's anybody that would be interested in it, I would give it away. Like I would give it away as a part of like one of my giveaways, and this would be a prize. So anyhow, so there's that. So I'll show you now the colors that we have for this here. So the first one is going to be hot pink. That one has no, it does not have magnets in it. So yeah, this one doesn't have magnets in it. Um, I think in like so this type of tray, I would need to pour the resin a little. The first layer would have to be thinner for me to get the magnets in. But um, if there is anybody that would be interested in taking this particular item, then I will include it in one of my giveaways then. How about I include this baby in my September giveaway? That way everybody has a fair chance at getting their hands on it. Um, the only other, because I would hate to be like, oh, here, you can take it. Um, or I can make another one with the same tray and just using different colors. So, um, I will definitely include this in my September giveaway. Okay, I will do that. Sounds like a plan, guys. Okay, so we've got hot pink this for this tray. We've got purple, and then the last color I'm going to be using is called sapphire blue. So I am going to get my push pin here, get a piece of paper towel, and we're gonna open up the bottles because these are brand new. Just got these the other day. Okay, that's one. So I'm letting the resin that I just mixed up warm up some while I open up these colors. Hey, Tammy. And always remember, because I always forget, not to open your inks over your mold, especially if you've got resin down, um, because you may end up messing up whatever you're working on. If there's like a specific kind of design you're trying to achieve. Um, or the other thing that alcohol inks or any sort of inks tend to do is you get this, like, you get the crusties from, when you close the bottle. And so it's always good to not open your ink over your mold or your clear resin, because then it'll ruin your starting point. So we've got all the inks open now. And I think this one is open already because when I the batch that I got, yeah, it's open. With the where it's actual colors and not just the white, they come opened, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So anyhow, so starting to get there. I'm gonna take its temperature. I need to move that. I really need to put some of these things away. Um, and before I get too far along, so the replay giveaway prize is going to be um this uh crochet hook caddy, and it it should hold maybe a half a dozen to a dozen hooks. And it's in this mint green color, and it's brand new. I haven't opened it. Um, it's mint green, and yeah. So I really like these kind of things. Especially have, hooks that maybe you're working on a specific project with, or just ones that you like to use a lot. um these are always nice to have. So that's what I'm going to give away for the replay giveaway, so make sure you stick around to the end, so um you can get the word that you will need in order to enter it. And as always, if you are here, you are more than welcome to enter. And it will run for 2 weeks. This way it gives everybody lots of time to enter. So that means, so today is the 25th, and it runs till September 8th. Let me see. That way, I was gonna put a crochet flower in this, but I don't think it's deep enough. Just because I really like the way the last one came out. If you guys remember how pretty it came out. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. So this is how it came out the last time with the last crochet flower that I put in there. I do have some flowers made from thread. So I've got this one. This one is made from thread. It's just that it's got several layers to it. And then I've got this one. This one is also made from thread. The only thing is just that the button for the center is a bit on the thicker side. So while it will lie flat, I think this button would need to be slightly more thinner. And then I've got this one also made from thread, which I think is, the design is fairly close to this pink one. Yeah, definitely. And then I've got this one. And then I've got this one. So if at the very least, if I decide to use these, I might use it in one of my oval trays because they have more depth to them to be able to fit it. And the fun thing too is I've been repurposing some things around the house to use in my crafting area. So, for example, I use rubbing alcohol to like clean up any sort of spilt resin, or if resin gets on my gloves. So, I've got these small spray bottles that I use. I do too. I really like this one. This one is really pretty. I've been like really itching to use these, but I'm like, what am I gonna use them in? Um, but I got this, which it's an automatic soap dispenser, and it has a rechargeable battery in it, and I can put rubbing alcohol in it, and then just wave my hand underneath it, and it will dispense the rubbing alcohol without me having to get um resin on everything. Although I'm pretty sure I'll end up getting resin on what everything, because usually that's how it is. Um, so um, I do want to make a tray though with the magnets in it, because I have round magnets, and I do have um circle magnets. So I'm thinking maybe if I can find some uh foam sticky stickies to put on the back of the round magnets, then I can use that, because I think my magnets for the round ones are thinner, that I can use in my oval uh molds. So I'm just killing time till the resin warms up enough. And so I'm thinking this, I am going to try and do another 3D bloom, but I'm going to try and pipe it a little differently. No dots. Okay. Okay, so I think we're warm enough. Now I'm going to just get some of this in a cup, not in the thing, in the cup, so I can add white to it. So I've got about an ounce in my cup here. Now I'm gonna put maybe a little bit more. I'm sure I won't need quite that much, but just in case. Okay, so we've got about an ounce and a half in here. And then now I'm going to put the rest of this. This is the clear resin in here. Hey, Sandra. All right, got that. Now I'm gonna put my inks down. Let me first make sure we've got everything where it should be. Don't see any bubbles. Looks nice and clear. Okay, so first off, we're going to put down the hot pink. It's funny because it says hot pink, but it looks more like it's red. All right, next is, let's do blue. And then purple. And I think I missed a spot. We'll put one right here. All right, I'll put the purple right there. And I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it sit for a minute, and then I'm gonna move it around. So now I'm gonna add my enoki, which is the white, to my resin that I set aside. We'll see how these colors come out because the purple does not look like it's purple. But hey, you know what? We'll see what it is. But I am going to move things around a little bit because of the way it's spreading. Okay, so we have mixed that up good. And then let's see, I put like, we'll do 6 drops. And I'm going to mix that around. Hey, Kim. Okay, I think I need just a little bit more white. Okay. Okay, so we got the white. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Yes, if you can give me a thumbs up. I always forget to say that, mainly because I'm too concerned about pouring my resin. Um, if you can give this video a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps the channel get me out there, and it helps me grow so that we can add more Ohana members to our ever-growing family. So I'm going to now pour this into the bag, and then we can get to piping. Okay. Now take my stick. Here's my this is a silicone stick. I have a blue one as well. And I'm going to move things around here. Okay. Let's scooch over some. Yeah, right, kind of reminds me of like a little bit of tie-dye. So, all right, now we are going to snip off a little bit of the end here, and we are going to, I don't know what we're going to do. I need to get that a little thicker. There we go. All right, that's that. Now we're going to swirl the center. I'm just thinking, what do I want to do? Do I want to just leave it the way it is? Or do I want to mess with it? I'll show you up closer what it looks like, but I'm like debating because it kind of looks like a starfish right now, and I should just leave it alone. I'll show it to you up close. Let me put this away. Let me show you really quick. So that's what it's looking like right now. And it kind of reminds me a bit like a starfish. Yeah, like tie-dye starfish. And I'm not mad at that. So I kind of like the way it came out. And I think I'm gonna leave it like this. So with that being said, um, and you guys know that I like to keep this at about an hour, so that it doesn't uh exhaust all of us, myself included. And so we are about 47 minutes. And I will tell you what the word is, and I should write it down lest I forget. Let me see. Uh, all right. Thank you, Cam. Okay, so I will show again what the replay giveaway prize is. And uh, unfortunately not going to have a live giveaway, but we'll do this replay giveaway. And then I do have a couple of lives already set up for next week. And yes, you read my mind, Kimberly. The replay word is starfish. So I wrote that down. The replay giveaway will be running until the 8th of September. And then this is the prize. And this is a crochet crochet hook stand. The winner will get this. And then as always, put in the comments. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you're not a subscriber, which I don't think anybody here is not a subscriber. If you're not, why not? It's free. I do have a subscription, and it starts at 99 cents. I believe I when I should have everything listed out, it's like 99 cents is the cheapest that I made it. And you can get stickers. I haven't yet done a live membership yet, or a streaming live for members, but I want to work on actual physical prizes for members. So it starts at 99 cents on up. And yeah, so if you're interested, that's fine. If you're not, and that's fine too. The memberships help me out with paying for prizes and for postage. But anyhow, yes. Thank you, Kim. I super duper appreciate it. Kim, you have been a member for 3 months, which means a ton to me. Um, and every one of you really do mean a bunch to me as well. Even those newcomers, I know we've got a couple that. Oh, you're sweet, Kim. You have been one of the OGs, so which means a lot to me. So, with that being said, we will wrap things up, and we will see each other in the next one. Like I said, I have a mystery box that I'm going to be unboxing. Keep an eye out for that. I'll probably try to film that tomorrow. I'm exhausted today. But anyway, in my next live, we'll be unmolding this guy here. And don't forget to enter in the replay giveaway. So, in the meantime, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.